Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sarda Mathematics. In this video, we will know about how to frame CCT type questions for the domains like mathematical literacy, reading literacy and scientific literacy. CCT means creative and critical thinking skills. Before proceeding to prepare a question paper, first we have to focus on some particular terms. Here, I am showing you a template for preparation of practice items. First is domain. Here you have to write on which domain you are preparing the question. As you know, generally CCT type questions comes on three domains: mathematical literacy, reading literacy and scientific literacy. On which domain you are preparing the question, that you write here. Next is classes. For which class you are preparing the question, that you have to write here. If you are preparing the question on a particular topic which suits for more than one classes, then you can write the name of all such classes here. Next is time for completion. For solving the questions by students, how much expected time a student need, that you have to write here. It may vary from 5 minutes to 15 minutes. Next is total credit. In CCT type questions, full credit is 2. Suppose you are giving 4 questions, then you write 8 credits here. If you are giving 5 questions, then you write 10 credits here. Total number of questions may vary from 4 to 6. Accordingly, you write the total credits here. Next is item type. You are presenting the question on which items. Here you write that. Suppose your question involves only text, then you write text here. If your question is containing text and image, then you write text and image. Suppose by showing some particular graph, you are asking some questions to the students, then you write text and graph, like this. Next is learning outcome. Here we have to write the statements that specify what students will know, be able to do or be able to demonstrate when they will solve this question. Means it specifies about the action of the student. Next is competency cluster. There are 3 competency clusters: reproduction, connections and reflection, which defines the type of thinking skills needed. If your question consists of simple computations or definitions of the type most familiar in conventional mathematical assessment, then you write reproduction here in the characteristic column. If a particular concept is applied directly, means to solve relatively straightforward problems, then you write connection here. If question consists of mathematical thinking, generalization and requires students to engage in the question, then you write reflection here. Next is overarching idea. To solve the particular question, what unit the students should know, here we have to write. For example, suppose you are preparing a question on perimeter or area or volume of solid or surface area of solids, then here you write mensuration. Means the name of the whole unit we have to write here. Next is context. The particular concept on which the question is based, that we have to write here. Suppose we are preparing the question on perimeter and area, then the overarching idea is mensuration, and for context you write perimeter and area. Next is item format. Which type of questions you are selecting, whether multiple choice type or short answer type or true false type, that you write here. Next is cognitive process. It means the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge. Here you write knowledge or understanding or problem solving like this. If the student only applying the previous knowledge directly, what already he or she has remembered, then you write knowledge. If understanding the question is required, then write understanding. If the student will have to solve the problem by formulating mathematical expressions, then you write problem solving. Next is proficiency level. Here we have to write whether the question paper is easy or moderate or difficult, depending on the level you write here. Next is credit pattern. If all answer is correct, then you give full credit. You know, generally CCT type questions contains 3 parts: full credit, partial credit and 0 credit. If all the answer is correct, give full credit. Suppose the student applied some concepts but not able to get the answer because of some wrong calculations, then you write partial credit. And for 0 credit means that the answer is completely wrong. Next is theme of the question. Here we have to write the title of the question. While preparing a CCT type questions, first we create one situation and then we are putting some questions on it. Basing on the situation, you give one suitable title to the question and write here. Next is your question. Before writing a question, first you create one situation by your own and then write the question basing on the particular mathematical concepts. Generally, we can prepare questions on 4 types of situations: personal, educational or occupational, public means related to community or society, and the last one is scientific. Now in the answer part, for your question, write the possible answers here such that a student can get the idea if he or she wants to solve the question.